Hello, everyone. This is Brian Curiel, yet again coming at you with the second mineral for his honors geology project, Hornblende. Hornblende. It's got horn, it's got blend. Let's see what else it's got. Now, automatically, starting at the introduction, we'll be talking about, of course, the discovery, formation, chemical variants, mineral characteristics, minerals and rocks it's associated with, environments and locations, economic value of said rock, tips and tricks for all y'all young geodes, miscellaneous properties that we've missed, and of course the conclusion. Now let's get on started. Now it's time to know your origin of hornblende. The discovery of hornblende was through the Paleoproterozoic to the Quaternarian in 1606 MA. For all y'all geologists who do not know, MA stands for millions, millions of years, of course, or of course 1.53 million according to mendat.org. The naming, of course, came from in 1789 by Abraham Gottlieb Werner at men.com.org, mendat.org. Etymology, from an old German term coining that the mineral has no ore and that the blend means to deceive, that there is no of one. So hornblende's a very trickster of a type of mineral, huh? Playing jokes on all those Germans over there, trying to understand what belongs in it and what resides in it. Of course, the formation of the mineral, Ca2MgFeLial 5Al SiO22OH2, of course. In the chemical variants, hornblende consists of yttrium, adenite, and got it. Hello, everyone. Brian Curiel. So sorry about that, fellow geologists. Another car just coming by my neighborhood. Busy streets all the way down here up on Rocktown. Yes, this is it, Rocktown. So, of course, this is the second mineral I will be recovering and covering over for my honors project, Hornblende. It is horn and blend, so let's dive right into it. Introduction, as basic as ever, of course, the discovery of said mineral, formation of the mineral, chemical variants, mineral characteristics, minerals and rocks it's associated with, environments and locations the mineral resides in, any or all economic value the mineral has, tips and tricks for all y'all young geodes out there to get yourself some hornblende, and finally, miscellaneous properties. So let's jump right in. For the origin, the discovery of said hematite. Hello, everyone. This is Brian Curiel back at it again with another mineral review, hornblende, our second one on our honors history. Hello, everyone. Yet again, back here with a second mineral review for hornblende. Yours truly, Brian Curiel, reviewing hornblende for his honors geology project. Now let's jump right into hornblende and let's talk about the introduction. Of course, basic stuff, discovery, formation of the mineral, chemical variants, all mineral characteristics. Minerals and rocks, hornblende is associated with environments, locations that it resides in, any or all economic value that it has, tips and tricks for all y'all young geodes out there to pick yourself up some hornblende, and finally, miscellaneous properties, anything that we've glanced over, just to explain to you a little bit more for further details. Now, let's talk about the origin of said hornblende. Hornblende, of course, discovered through the Paleoproterozoic to Quinteria in 1606 MA for all geologists. Of course, we know what MA is, but for people who don't know what MA is, MA stands for millions, according to mdat.org. The naming, of course, named in 1789 by Abraham Gottlieb Werner at min.org. Etymology from an old German term coining that the mineral has no ore and the blend means to deceive that there is one. So it's a very tricky mineral, you know. It's basically a little trickster among the list, trying to confuse people who love rocks into thinking that there might be something in there, but in reality, there's nothing really there, you know. Of course, the formation of the mineral, Ca2 MgFeAl and 5AlSi 8O 22OH2. Now moving on to the chemical variants, hornblende consists of schirmikite, edenite, and parasite. Sorry, not Parasite, the great Korean film, but paragite. It also carries along a solid solution that has an iron solution, according to Britannica.com. Now, all mineral characteristics that reside in hornblende are, of course, it is opaque, so the diaphanity, we've already explained that nothing can't really go through it. It's fibrous, so it has long fibers along the way that it's within the mineral itself. The hardness on the Mohs scale, it is 6, of course. The cleavage, there is none. Fracture, it is very uneven, so it's very hard to truly define if there is a fracture or not. Economic value, of course, hornblende itself, it is a very common mineral that is used as construction for freeways and roads. Most pieces are solid enough to be placed under the term black granite and thus used as countertops or tiles for homes. According to Geology.com, real quick, I just noticed I had a typo on and, so sorry for that for my folks out there. But as you can see now, it's all better, all good in the neighborhood for hornblende, you know. It's kind of ironic for this term, you know, it's deceiving in what it is. It's very similar to the mineral itself. Now moving on to, oh, so sorry about this, folks. My computer is on the fritz. Now on to minerals and rocks it's associated with. Hornblende has been found with minor elements of magnesium, titanium, chromium, potassium, fluorine, and of course yttrium, due to the fact that the rock itself resides in the double tetrahedral chains. Of course, for all geology students of Mr. Wilbur, we understand that double tetrahedral chains are two conjoined chains together, forming into a very similar line area, as you can see in your notes, of course. Now, moving on to the environments that hornblende resides in. Hornblende occurs naturally within metamorphic and indigenous rocks, but resides in areas with large feldspar and granite. For instance, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Scotland. So very interesting in those areas. You can check out more at Britannica.com. Now for some tips and tricks for all our young geologists out there to identify what hornblende is. Of course, we understand that the color is deceiving, and to only truly understand the true color, we have to use the streak plate, of course. So the streak color, obviously, it is hardly any color. There's anything to hardly notice. If anything, it's slightly a little bit black, but it's very mild, you know. The luster, of course, the sheen. It is resinous. For those who don't understand what resinous means, resinous is sort of very, if anything, it looks very honeyish, you know, it's very fluidy, but it's in a solid form. Of course, the diaphanity, it is opaque, so nothing goes through, no light. Now for miscellaneous properties, of course, it is a crystal form, it's a fracture fragment, it is fibrous. That was some things that I noticed along. Fibrous is, of course, the same thing as we talked about there earlier, where it's little lines, of course, on the mineral. It is 3 to 3.4 Cm3 is measured. Of course, that is the density of it. You can check out more at min.org. Now into the conclusion about Hornblende itself. Hornblende has been used for many things, from the freeway to being an important factor to how we test the crystallization of plutonic rocks. It's truly a dish of rocks and minerals all combined like a big happy rock family, of course. So Dwayne the Rock Johnson, I think I found your uncle. Check out more at geology.com. It's very interesting. And thank you very much for having me on the second episode of the Mineral Project for Brian Creel. Here's the references for all y'all geology majors who want to write about this, and have a nice day.